Hello everyone, Dylan Stevens here again, Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist. In today's video, I wanted to discuss how to increase power, explosiveness, and athleticism. So I have already made 2 videos on how to increase strength and how to increase size, and today I'm going to discuss how to increase power. So as I have said, they are 3 completely different ways of training, and today I'll tell you how to increase power. So first things first, you need to have a solid base of muscle before you think about any type of strength and power program. Bigger muscles can produce more force, so if you haven't tried to increase your muscle mass first, I would suggest that you perform some sort of a size program for 6 to 12 weeks. If you look like this, you should definitely do some sort of a size program before you think about jumping higher, running faster. But if you already have a decent base of muscle built up and you maybe look like this, you can probably start a strength and power program. So if you're a complete beginner and you started a size program, you've put on 5 to 10 pounds of good muscle in your legs, upper body, everywhere, you can move into strength. So you just gained muscle, you have all this new muscle, now you need to learn how to use it in strength ways. So training for size, training for strength are completely different. So you have to slowly transition from the size adaptations your muscles have gained and move them into strength adaptations. So you can start a 6 to 12 week program focusing on lower rep sets, less than 6 reps, and try to push as much weight as you can in that 6 to 12 week program. So once you've added 5 to 10 pounds of good quality muscle and you've taught that new muscle how to be strong, then you can work on power, explosiveness, and athleticism. So the equation for power is mass times acceleration. You've worked on the mass side of it by becoming stronger, increasing your 1 rep max, and now you need to add in some acceleration work. So as I have said, strength, size, and power are 3 completely different ways to train. If you do a size program and add in some power work, you're not going to be able to reach your full potential in either, because you're taking away from your power by doing size, you're taking away from your size by doing power. So if you want to become more powerful, you have to focus purely on power. So don't do any bodybuilding exercises, don't do any powerlifting exercises, focus purely on power. In order to focus purely on power, you do plyometrics, which are jumps, skips, hops, medicine ball work, sprints. And then you can also add in dynamic effort exercises. And what this is when you do squat, bench, or deadlift with 40 to 60% of your 1 rep max, and you do 5 to 10 sets of 2 to 3 reps, moving that weight as fast as possible. You want to do 2 to 3 reps because you want to train your muscles when they're at their most powerful. If you do 10 reps with 40 to 60% of your 1 rep max, trying to move the weight as fast as possible, those last 7 reps of the 10 rep set are not going to be as explosive as the first 3 reps. So in order to get better at something, you have to train that exact thing. So you're not training to be more explosive after 9 reps of 40% max, 1 rep max back squat. You want to train 2 to 3 reps for 5 to 10 sets, 40 to 60% of your 1 rep max on the squat, bench, and deadlift, moving the weight as fast as possible. And then you add in some plyometrics as well. If you do these things, you will become a lot more powerful, especially after adding muscle and adding strength. So quick overview. First things first, you need to put on muscle if you haven't already. 5 to 10 pounds of good muscle, doing a good size program for 6 to 12 weeks. Then you can move into a strength program. Power equals mass times acceleration. You want to be focusing on the mass side of that first and be able to produce that force in the first place. Once you have 5 to 10 pounds of good muscle, you've taught that muscle how to be strong, then you want to teach that muscle how to be quick. So you do the lower rep sets with 50% of your 1 rep max, 2 to 3 reps, 5 to 6 sets, add in some plyometrics, and you will become a lot more powerful than you were before.